Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick little video this morning on fat quarters. What is a fat quarter? What is the difference between a quarter yard and a fat quarter? And how do you cut a fat quarter? So a lot of times if you're buying fabric online, you may see it the distinction FQ, or it'll say fat quarter, or sometimes you'll see these little squares in the quilt shop like this, and it'll say fabric quarter. The difference between a fat quarter and a quarter yard is these two shapes. So when you buy fabric, typically it's going to be 40 to 42 inches wide. You know, it's folded halfway on the bolt. And when you, purchase your length, they're going to unroll it. So a yard is 36 inches. So if you ask for a quarter yard, they're going to cut you a 9-inch strip, just like this. So it's going to be 42 by 9 inches. This is a quarter yard. That is not the same as a fat quarter. So this is a fat quarter. It is the exact same amount of fabric, but it is cut in a rectangular shape. And if you're using a pattern or something that calls for a fat quarter, a quarter yard is not going to work. You want this nice little chunk of fabric. So here we have this beautiful, I love this fabric. This is called suede. It's a great blender to use by for all kinds of different quilts. It's by P&B Textiles. I've used it in so many different colors. Making a baby quilt today, so we're going to use this as one of our accent fabrics. So as you can see, here is my my full yard. Okay, so it's going to be 42 from salvage to salvage in this direction, and 36 is the direction in this way. So as you can see, a fat quarter is a yard cut into 4 pieces across the middle, and horizontal and vertical. Like I don't want to say a pie, but you know what I mean. So anyways, quarter yard, long strips this way, 4 of them make a full yard. Fat quarter are rectangles that make a full yard. So when you purchase pre-cut fat quarters, they're going to be 18 by 21. So when you see these little squares like this, they're going to be 18 by 21 inches, and that often will include that raw selvage edge that you're going to want to trim off for a lot of projects. So to cut your own fat quarters, all you have to do is open up your fabric. Now make sure you do this correctly. This is the 42 inches. So we're going to cut our 21-inch pieces. This, 42, 21, 21. You get what I'm saying? And then this is our 36-inch length, so we're going to do 18 and 18 because obviously that's half of 36. If you turned your fabric around the other way and tried to cut it, you're not going to end up with the proper sizes. So I'm working on a baby quilt. My pattern calls for fat quarters, and since I have just this full yardage piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut my own fat quarters to make my life easier as I'm working on the baby quilt. So we're going to come down. Like I said, this is my 42-inch width, so I'm going to come 21 inches. And honestly, if you're going to cut the whole piece, it never hurts to fold it in half. Then instead of trying to cut one long strip where you have to keep moving your ruler, you've got it all in one fell swipe, just like this. I'm going to smooth that out, make sure we're lined up. I'm going to measure from the selvage, 21. And if you like this ruler and this rotary blade, I'll have the links for those down in the comments. Oh, and the cutting mat. Can't beat the huge cutting mat, especially if you're cutting fat quarters. So here we have our 36 by 21, which this would be a half yard. And then we're going to cut 18 inches. And voila, you have a fat quarter. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful for you. I know that was something that I didn't really understand when I was a beginning quilter, and you know, fabric's really expensive, so you don't want to go to the fabric store with this great little pattern thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get all these quarter yards, and then get back and realize you can't make your pattern. So if you guys have any other questions, put them in the comments below, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.